That's the General Ivo himself. Come to install a CAM AGF in Matobutu. No, fine. This General Ivo come to visit Matobutu. Yes. This is General Ivo in Matobutu to install a CAM there. There's General Ivo coming. Here's the General Ivo himself in Matobutu. Where's the group? The soccer death. These are the soccer death, General Ivo. Yes, this is the Juju in Matobutu. Welcoming General Ivo. General Ivo is even doubt that the Juju of Matobutu come to visit him. Surprise General Ivo. General Ivo did not even know that they can remove their Juju to visit him, to receive him in Matobutu. That's the General Ivo himself. Hey, these are the Jujus. They come to visit General Ivo. Yes, these are them. They come to visit they come to receive General Ivo in Matobutu. Yes, these are the convoy of General Ivo. These are the tradition. They come to receive General Ivo in Matobutu. These are the population, the people in Matobutu. They come to visit General Ivo.
Good morning and good day, the good people of Ambazonia. We have good day, we are brave people there. We just did only 2 days before we enter for 2024. Just 2 more days before we get into the new year. I salute all now. A lot of things that happen for the world. This morning, as we just woke up, or as soon as we woke up, and some of us will never sleep, the government of South Africa, it don't take Israel to the International Court, to the International Criminal Court of Justice. The government of Israel, the government of South Africa, it don't carry Israel, it sue them to the United Nations International Criminal Court of Justice, or International Court of Justice. According to the Guardian Post, for the newspaper we just published on this morning, the South African government, in fact, make we read the statement from now directly. The South African government, it don't carry the state of Israel, and now this. They talk to South Africa, it don't launch a case against Israel for the United Nations International Court of Justice. South Africa, it accused the state of Israel, say Israel, it commit genocide for their military campaign for Palestine. They continue for talk say, South Africa talk say, the act where Israel for where South Africa put down, say Israel, they commit genocide, now because the Israel their action, they be intended for bring the destruction where it be too much for the Palestinian people, for the Palestinian race, and for the ethnic group of the Palestinian people. Now they think this way, they talk say, they say, this case, now for make sure say the court, it put a measure in place immediately for protect and for stop and for protect anything where Israel fit one, where it go permanently end the lives and the existence of the Palestinian state. Now the thing that just come out right now, where the new matter this where they circulate for the world, the state of South Africa, they don't carry Israel, they sue them for the International Court of Justice, say Israel, they accuse Israel, say they commit a genocide for permanently destroy the state of the Palestinian people there and for make sure they don't get a homeland anymore. So for the international world, for the world, the United States of America, it gather a lot of other countries then, and especially with Israel, the US and Israel, they prepare discussions that they go on, where they plan for launch a war and probably for carry out military target and actions against the state of Iran. They talk say now Iran, it is sponsor a lot of these fighters them, where they fight for blockade, which it go on for the Red Sea, for blockade ship the men not pass for that side for Yemen. Russia, for the Russia-Ukraine war, Russia don't push Ukraine to a point where Russia now it occupy, it don't take over 28% of the Ukrainian territory. Russia now they control and it don't take over 28%. It don't capture and take over 28% of the Ukrainian territory. At this moment, the United States, to 2 days ago, the Washington Post, it published an article where it talks a special military helicopter which belongs to the Russian government. They be spot on for Washington. According to the newspaper article for the Washington Post, the talks they say for that kind Russian helicopter military plane for enter for the United States, it means that say some secret talks they don't start between the United States and Russia for prepare the talks between the United States, Russia, and Ukraine. So for that matter, the Russian president, Mr. Putin, he don't talk say Russia, he increase the size of Russian military for reach 1.3 million forces. Right now, the military for Russia, it is almost 750,000. And Mr. Putin, he want within the next few months, make the Russian military reach 1.3 million people. For inside Ukraine, the general for the Ukraine army, he don't tell Mr. Zelensky, say he want make Ukraine he recruit 500,000 people then for put on for the military. According to Professor John Mearsheimer, a political scientist for the University of Chicago, he don't talk say Russia they don't kill or they don't wound the Ukrainian forces them up to 400,000. So according to John Mearsheimer, almost 75% of the Ukrainian forces them, either Russia don't kill them or they don't be wounded. So not only about Russia, Ukraine now only get about 25% fighting forces. And that's why Mr. Zelensky, the general for the Ukrainian military, he don't tell Zelensky, say for them for continue, they must recruit another 500,000 service men. In the next 2 days, La République du Cameroun is going to celebrate the Independence Day. In the next 2 days, it will be on January 1st. Since 1960, when Cameroon gained independence, they only celebrate that independence not only for 1 year. By 1961, the Cameroon government did not ever celebrate that independence again. The question where all Ambazonians and the rest of the world, they ask why a country go gain independence and enough is celebrate them. Now what be wrong with Cameroon? Where Cameroon not celebrate their own Independence Day? Why Cameroon is hide the Independence Day? And why Cameroon is the only focus and for celebrate now which they call as a Youth Day? Why did they only celebrate the 11th February and 20th May? Why the distortion? Why Cameroon abandoned its own Independence Day? This conversation we will explore on January 1st or tomorrow. For now, the year 2023, it don't come to an end. Now, how 2023 be there for the Ambazonian liberation struggle? Which is the assessment of 2023? And how you feel anticipate 2024? Which will be different. As an Ambazonian, you want freedom. Which you go expect them, which you feel expect them, and which you feel anticipate. You want to make things a bit different. And I don't come for tell you. But first, make we take a review for 2023. We start 2023, the Ambazonia Governing Council, it launched the license, the no colonial license plate as a new policy. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it focused more for intensifying the Ambazonian resistance by launching the no Cameroon license plate. Then they escalate for the anti-Brazzaville campaign for stop, for destroy the supply of Brazzaville for inside Ambazonia. Then we intensify the Ambazonia Governing Council, it expand the policy for institute the Ambazonia Transition Authority on the ground. Then we open more community schools. For 2023, what did the Ambazonian people they realize? They realize and say the liberation become more on the ground than the talk for diaspora. More fighting take place on the ground. More actions take place on the ground. Cameroon scramble. Then, when I remember, as we come out 2022, we enter 2023, it will be in that period, the last 3 months for 2022, for enter 2023, it be in the period where the Ambazonian Governing Council, it carried the Ambazonian people then. It enter into secret negotiations with Cameroon through Canada for 3 months. The secret negotiations, so they call and say pre-talks, they take place for Canada and they continue so they we can reach for December for 2022. Mr. Paul Biya, if he's supposed to go out for January 1st for 2023, for tell the people of Cameroon, say this, it don't enter into negotiations with the people of Ambazonia for end the conflict between the Ambazonian people and the state of Cameroon for find a political settlement for the conflict. In Odua. Why? As we don't explain previously, that because of the infighting will take place for Cameroon, Paul Biya not get the kind of power where if he make it as the head of state and as the executive for that country for the announcer for all the other people then, because when he be the doing, he not go consult a parliament, he not consult the Senate, he not bring the various institutions then, the Commission of Bilingualism, for all the other institutions that they did for Cameroon, he not bring them together for get this secret agreement with them, and then for move forward. Say now the thing is will not agree, and they carry this, he go now he use now executive power, he and Diongote, they enter for that negotiation. So by the time he want to come up for that negotiation, for you for go make the announcement, the other factions who they know say Mr. Biya don't overhaul, the intimidate, they tell you say if he make the announcement, say don't enter for negotiation with the Ambazonian people then, they go overthrow it, they go kill it, Mr. Biya he over fear, say don't hold, he fear and he back down. So the different factions when they fight it, they win. Diongote and Paul Biya, he showed now for the world, he tell Canada, and Canada be very regretful. Say, they say Paul Biya not get the kind power for lead the country anymore. And so now for the things, the end for 2022 as we start 2023. Then by February, Cameroon now, he realized, say, the Ambazonian people, they defeat them for that negotiations. Ambazonia come out on top of the negotiations. The Ambazonian people, they get everything where they want, where they go for that pre-talks. And Cameroon get nothing. For Cameroon, for hide is shame. And for make sure, say, because that pre-talks, it laid the foundation of any other talks will go take place. The Cameroon government, it realized and say, for you for save your own face, what you got to do? They got to do what they don't always do. They recruit, they hire, and they bring in a new spoiler, a new agent provocateur, a new traitor. One of the people then, where they be go for Canada talks. Cameroon it be fit during that period. Why Cameroon be succeed for recruit this person? Because Cameroon, like any other country, they study people, their weaknesses. They realize and say this person, it is suffer. Money not there for make ends meet. This person be vulnerable for so he want fame by all means. And this person they define new ways because life or place will be there, it not be really defined. So Cameroon, it look all these weaknesses and it capitalize on these weaknesses as point of leverage and point of influence. And so by February, the dynamics in terms of social media within the Ambazonian liberation struggle is start to change. A person with the Ambazonian people then they don't see him say it stand for the pillar of one liberation struggle in terms of the Ambazonia Governing Council. It don't talk now with two mob. It don't talk with two heads. It talk one side Cameroon and it talk one side Ambazonia. Ambazonians they start to see a change in attitude, a change in language, and then it continue for March. And then by April, Ambazonia they shake their head. They say, "Chai, why a person where we don't put our trust, we don't believe in for that person, because of the institution of the AgovC, why it don't change suddenly?" And then Ambazonia they realize and say, they don't get a new traitor. Ambazonia they realize and say, that they deal with a new spoiler. Now for the things the bad. Ambazonians they go back for those days then for 2018 when Cameroon introduced Eric Tato. And so the name Ayaba. They come back again for those times when Cameroon be recruit Eric Tato for 2018 and 2019 and 2020. Every day be Ayaba. Every day be Ayaba. Ayaba don't do this. Ayaba don't do that. Oh, Ayaba don't go up. Oh, Ayaba don't come down. Oh, Ayaba. Oh, Ayaba. Oh, Ayaba. Oh, Ayaba. Ambazonians they realize and say, Eric Tato, he built the entire social media fame now by using the name Ayaba. And then Ambazonia they realize and say, "Chai, almost 4 years later, 3 years later, now the same thing." So any traitor, we want build the name, they want build fame for social media. The only currency we go give them that fame now Ayaba. The name Ayaba now a cash, now a social media strategy for fame. If you don't get anything for talk, just come online and start for call the name Ayaba. You will get fame. So the new spoiler, it become Ayaba. Ayaba don't do this. Oh, Ayaba don't do this. Person call for ground zero. Oh, Ayaba don't call for ground zero. Some person die for ground zero. Oh, na Ayaba. Anything will happen, Ayaba. So Ambazonians, they be very frustrated. And then Ambazonians, they get adjust, and then we tell them what to go on, and then the people they move on, and then they throw these spoilers on the wayside. Just like the Ambazonian people, they be so smart, where it be very easy for them for trust, but it also be very easy for them for discard you, for them for vomit you into the gutter. While people them who don't train them, educate them, sensitize them, they be very sophisticated in their thinking. They know when a person don't go, it don't become a traitor. They know when a person don't talk now about La Republique and they push things and they go towards La Republique. So Ambazonians, they don't be very sophisticated people now. All right? So immediately Ambazonians, they vomit the traitor. And so now the traitor, is there for which they call and say traitors gutter. All right? It don't be a full-blown traitor where they speak now on behalf. Now, one of the developments and that will take place for 2023. Then, by July, the Ambazonia's Governing Council start to work for a new strategy. A new strategy for give the liberation where to be missing. Resource mobilization. It take 2 months for deliberation, for think, for strategize, and then by July, August, the Ambazonia Governing Council launched the liberation tax as a financial mobilization game changer for the Ambazonian people. Because over the years, Cameroon understands they get to do everything for stop the Ambazonian Governing Council under Dr. Choluka Sayaba from mobilizing resources. They know say if this nationalist, if this patriot, if this visionary, if he get money with the kind determination where he get them, he go use that money for liberate Ambazonia. If the Ambazonia Governing Council he raise enough money, he go build the army, he go arm ground zero, he go arm almost every Ambazonian on the ground. And Cameroon, the occupation will come to an end. So Cameroon a goal now for use all the other proxy groups and where Cameroon don't create them through their CPDM elites, all the other groups for make sure say the AgovC will not be able for raise enough money for put enough arms on the ground we go fight Cameroon. So over since 2017, Cameroon a primary goal now for disrupt any financial campaign with the AgovC do. Unfortunately for Cameroon, the AgovC be 10 steps ahead of Cameroon. So the AgovC find a way. But AgovC not be still raise the kind money where it go take the liberation to the level where the Ambazonian people expect them. The AgovC build this formidable army of the ADF, but they still not really reach a level where the Ambazonian people they expect them. And even with the AgovC still expect them. So, but they do their best. And this force, it become the dominant force on the ground, but something still be lacking. And so over the years, even when by 2021, we raised almost $250,000 within 3 months, and we succeed for build the Akamatsu, the special forces. But after that, what else? Ambazonia, there be one more. There be one more of the Akamatsu. You know, but AgovC not be fit for mobilize that kind of money, for find people that fit give the AgovC the kind of money where it go multiply those kind of forces for put 1 Akamatsu, 2 Akamatsu, 3 Akamatsu. Why will not forget 3 Akamatsu? Why will not forget 4 Akamatsu? Why will only get 1 Akamatsu? So Ambazonia they be frustrated. Say this force with the belong, the states, the responsibility they over plenty for this one specialized force. And Ambazonia they want make AgovC build the 2nd Akamatsu, the 3rd Akamatsu. AgovC not be fit forget the financial breakthrough in terms of their thinking for penetrate wealthy Ambazonians and raise the kind another 250,000 for put another 100 Akamatsus on the ground. So it take the AgovC almost 2 years from 2021 to 2023 for get a breakthrough in thinking. They finally get a breakthrough in thinking. And then they conceptualize the liberation tax. And over the last 4 months for the liberation tax, the Ambazonia Governing Council, this strategy where they launch out they call it the liberation tax. The game changer, I think that's a good word, but I don't think it be good enough. The liberation tax now really a financial liberation breakthrough for the AgovC and for the Ambazonian people. Because for the first time, they create a strategy where it makes so much sense and they get every Ambazonian on the ground for commit for that liberation and they make it be very easy so that you not pay too much. Man can pay 10,000, woman pay 5,000 for 1 year for liberation. They can't calculate them. They say, look, if we keep sensitizing and we make this policy, it be appealing. And over the last 4 months, my fellow Ambazonians, now one of the best things in this way that will happen for this liberation struggle in terms of for push the Ambazonian people them forward, in terms of for unite my people them and give them an ownership of the liberation. Ambazonians on the ground. Dr. Cho make the Ambazonians on the ground. The Ambazonia Governing Council, they make what people they may understand say the liberation is on the ground. And so they know say not only diaspora must fund the liberation must come to an end. Our people at the territory be occupied, at the land be occupied, at the people that be occupied, the people they also must take a responsibility for the freedom. And Ambazonians, they buy into that ideology. People they start paying for 5,000, they're 10,000. And then it picks steam. As we talk, 4 months later, the Ambazonia Governing Council they raise 4 million every single week. It mobilizes 4 million CFA every week. Every week. That's $8,000 for these 5,000, 10,000. So think about how many people they need for pay 5,000 and how many people 5,000 and 10,000 for reach 4 million every single week. Now the nationalism that with the Ambazonian Governing Council, they don't push them into the DNA of the Ambazonian people. Now the patriotism and the commitment that, the passion, the enthusiasm, with ground zero, it don't rise up. Mami, papa, pikin, everybody, it take ownership for the liberation. 4 million every week. That's a lot of mobilization. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it don't become the only movement with that kind grassroots support. Because calculate how many people they get for pay 5,000 and 10,000 for each 1 million, and then for each 2 million, and then for each 3 million, and then for each 4 million a week. And you do it like that every week, every week, every week, month in, month out. As the leader talked to the Ambazonian people them last week, for the first time for this liberation, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, on a National Liberation Army, they get a budget for fight the war. For the first time, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, they get a war budget for fight the war. As we end this year, the Ambazonia Governing Council will be more stronger than any time before. It'll be more bigger, it'll be more strengthened, it'll be more solidified than any time before. So no matter how many times, no matter how many traitors Cameroon recruit, there is no movement where it comes second, it comes third, or it comes in the fourth place to the Ambazonia Governing Council. It all remains at the pillar, the voice, the light, the hope of the Ambazonian people. Also, for this 2023, as we come to an end, the Ambazonia Governing Council also changed its strategy. As the leader explained them to the Ambazonian people, almost all the movements, they don't be infiltrated, be hijacked, they be taken over, and Cameroon it direct their actions through agents. The Ambazonia Governing Council, after 6 years of working for bring movements and leaders together, and then they come for a point. We reach for this 2023. Ayoktabe IGK, where AgovC carry enter for Canada talks. Also, they sabotage the All Ambazonia Conference. They boycott them, they deny them. After all arrangements don't be made, they don't make publicize this conference. Even when the AgovC talks, say make the Ayoktabe IG Care, Dr. Ebenezer Akwanga of the APLM, and the people them for consortium, make all the leaders them they come off outside, even go address the Ambazonian people them and tell the Ambazonian people how the negotiations if we go out for Canada. They deny. Then they schedule AAC 1 for the all Ambazonian conference for rally Ambazonians, unify Ambazonians for the way forward, a common way forward. What happened? The sabotage. Then the people them for the IG, Ayoktabe and Yerima, they come out, they say they want to go, they know they give for Ambazonia, now that they do now what they call and say Southern Cameroons. They come out, they go create the Southern Cameroons stakeholders platform. And then they say that one will be now the voice of the liberation and the point Allen, saying that they need to be the spokesman. And then no man will hear about it, he died. And then they come out, they say they want to create now the Southern Cameroons People's Conference. Not only Ayoktabe and Yerima IGB did it, with tomorrow small group that we no man know who they be, sponsored by the CDN. And as we tell you now, they bring 3 other NGOs, be created by Diongute from Douala and from Yaoundé. So now, what's happened with the conference? The shame with the Ayoktabe and Yerima, their IG, after that conference, say these Cameroon NGOs them, with Diongute send America for that conference, what they can't do for that conference, what they talk for that conference, even the CDN, the staff will be ashamed for even publish saying that they sponsor the conference. CD and the SSF will now go for all CDM social media accounts. It takes CDN 2 months after the conference, more than 30 days after the conference, before CDN go put one picture and one statement about the conference. Nobody, not even Yerima of the Konegi IG, it be fit for come outside and address the Ambazonian people them, for tell them about the conference. The shame, say now they run the whole conference directly with Cameroon NGOs. It make Ayoktabe lost credibility and it lost trust even from people within his own groups. All this one in Mecca, they talk say the secretariat with the creator, they say now will be the umbrella group for the liberation. Even that secretariat, nobody hear about it anymore. And so things they take they die. And so the IG care, he also take he die. So as we enter as we end 2023, IG Sako don't die, IG care don't die. Wait Chris Anu talk say on IG, since he create on IG. They go rent a hall for a building, when a building where they use them for rent office spaces. They call them virtual offices. Chris Anu go rent a space for virtual office space where any person if you go there, rent them for a day, if you rent them for a month, for host your events, for host your meeting them, for host your business conference them for day. They go rent them, they put Ambazonian flag, and then they can't tell Ambazonia say they don't open embassy for Washington DC. Just like we can't tell now for 2020. Say they don't invite them for United Nations Decolonization Committee for go speak. And then when I can't realize and say, we all been a mafia. Anyways, at the comedy this, at the drama this, and for the thing, and for here, at the main event and this will the end for 2023. What about La République du Cameroun? For this 2023, Cameroon start to focus which they call normalization. For tell the international community say the war don't finish, And right now, Cameroon, they do normalization. To tell the international community, say, when they go build road for some community, a community will never get road. They call and say the reconstruction of Ambazonia. Community will never get road. Road not fight war. They not be born road. How you take poto, you grade them, you make them a bit dust, and then you put small quota for them. You can't talk saying that the reconstruction of Ambazonia. So Cameroon can start for make these things they can say normalization as their primary policy for 2021. They push and for the first 3 months. Diongute come off outside. He talks say, look, for 2021, the war don't finish. And need to call on everybody, they come to their senses. Say the war don't finish, peace don't come. The government, they do normalization. Then the Diongute come out, he want to enter Bamenda. Idiot, they want pa. How a whole prime minister, they want to carry enter for a war zone. They driving for moto from the western region, they enter for Ambazonia. Whereas the governor, the colonial governor Lele Lafrique, when they come out Bamenda for go for the western region from Bamenda to Bafoussam, they carry Lele Lafrique. Now for that bulletproof, for that helicopter there, they carry now for that special helicopter there. So why be say the colonial prime minister from Yaoundé, they drive in for road, they drive for road, come out Yaoundé, enter littoral, from littoral, they go through the western region before they come for Bamenda. Lele Lafrique, he take a helicopter. Okama Bilal, they take in a helicopter. So once the ADF and other Ambazonian forces, they get intelligence, say that man one cross for enter for Ambazonia. They don't spare ye. Normalization don't come no. You say one normalize. ADF they say, okay, we'll show you what to be normalization for Ambazonia. They almost take Diongute out. He learned the lesson. They talk about normalization. They start to die. Diongute not fit. They enough it justify to the Cameroonian people then why they talk about normalization and big attacks that they take place, bomb that they go off, colonial officials that they be killed, Cameroon offices that be targeted, 11 February Nofi Holland, 20 May Nofi Holland, it be very timidly, they not fit explainer. Over the last 6 months, Diongute vanish. It disappeared from media. They not be fit for talk again about normalization. Attack the staff will take place. As the so for inside Cameroon, we see now say junior ministers, the staff will challenge Diongute, Ngongo, Rene Sadi, the factions within Cameroon, they become very visible. And then, over the last few months, we see the chaos for the colonial parliament. They cry. Inside parliament, they cry. So they want change. Le pays va mal. On veut le changement. Inside parliament, parliamentarians, they come out. They start for protest. They tell people, they say, the country is sick. Cameroon want change. Cameroonians want change. And for the following week, they bring the colonial prime minister, make him address the parliament, and for them to tell the parliament why they carry the country, they enter into negotiations, and they not inform the country. And what happened for the negotiations, wait till they, the Cameroonese people then, they don't know what happened, but if a junior minister he go come out, he can't talk, say, no man will be sent people then for negotiations. They want to talk of parliament, they go carry all the microphone then for that podium, they can't all put them for ground. They deny it for talk. They say it not belong. The following week, Nichu, the parliamentarian from littoral region, he come out, he can't challenge the parliament and tell the Cameroonian people them for the first time from their own parliament authoritatively say yes, the Cameroon government be enter into negotiations with Ambazonia. And yes, it take place for 3 months. It challenged the Cameroonian people then. Paul Biya once again, it be nowhere to be found. The Ongute they lie, their ministers they lie them, their parliament they stand for they tell them. And tell them, say, how would I live on such an opportunity? A whole country like Canada, with its reputation, it can't take una. They say one help una for solve a problem una no fit for solve am. Una enter for the una come out again with that kind idiot attitude, that kind foolishness. Una come out there, una no fit follow through. Una still take the lives of Cameroon, of Camerooners, and una destroy the country for waiting. A challenge them for their parliament. Now for the Cameroon, now for the things, the end for Cameroon. What you need for expect for 2024, the Ambazonia Governing Council don't promise Cameroon and tell the Ambazonian people them. The AgovC, it will make the release of all Ambazonians prisoners of war, or as someone that they call themselves prisoners of conscience. All right? All Ambazonians were the day under Cameroon captivity, were the day for Cameroon concentration camps. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it want to make their release its #1 priority. And the AgovC don't talk openly and don't tell the world. The Ambazonia Governing Council will go as far as arresting thousands of Cameroon citizens for inside the Ambazonia territory. Just like Cameroon, he arrests Ambazonian citizens in their thousands without any justification and carry them, go put them for jail. The Ambazonia Governing Council, Dr. Chodon Toxi, the Ambazonia Governing Council, it will authorize the Ambazonia Defense Forces for capture thousands, for arrest thousands of Cameroonese citizens inside Ambazonia. And then the AgovC would demand for prisoners exchange. It will catch up to thousands. I don't know how many thousands the organization they think about, but thousands. And then tell the world, say, look, Cameroon get 5,000 of our people then, we get 4,000 of their people then. If they release our people then, we go release their people then. The AgovC say he want do everything humanly possible for get all Ambazonians then out of Cameroon jail. And if it means say the AgovC it get for arrest through its defense forces, arrest thousands of Cameroonian citizens then inside Ambazonia territory, so be it. If not the team that way go take up, forget all our people that may come out for Cameroon jails, so be it. The AgovC be willing for go that far for secure the release of Ambazonia. So what you now go expect 2024, it will be a different year. It will be a total escalation. This conflict will reach the level where Paul Biya be imaginable. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it will take this war to a whole different level. When I remember, also around July, the president of Ambazonia Governing Council is signed some executive orders. And one of those executive orders, now say every member of the CPDM, where you stay for Ambazonia, and you be a member of the CPDM party, you be an official of the CPDM party, you be a colonial administrator of the CPDM regime, where you run the occupation, And now the CPDM party, it launched the war of the genocide and ethnic cleansing for Ambazonia, and it burned down 1,000 villages. That the CPDM party. The Ambazonia Governing Council don't talk say. Every member of the CPDM party for Ambazonia, as a member of the CPDM party and an official of the colonial administration, the Ambazonia Governing Council will make those people then a target of the war. Just like Israel, they go after anything where it be responsible as Hamas. And so anything where it is for a way, it will take them down. The AgovC don't talk say 2024, now the year where any person who will work for the Cameroon government in terms of a councillor, for occupation administration, in terms of an official of the occupation administration, you will be a direct target of the war. The AgovC, through its defense forces, it will only fight now the police, the army, and the gendarme. CPDM officials, where they run the occupation party for Ambazonia. The colonial administrators of CPDM, where they administer occupation for Ambazonia, they will become part of the direct target. So you will see a new level of escalation for 2024. The AgovC want push Cameroon to the wall for defend the rights of the Ambazonian people. The AgovC, Dr. Cho don't note him say, since 1961, every leader we don't come up, it never be up to the task for defend the interest of the Ambazonian people. And even from 2016 till now, every leader we don't come up, they fight for a certain political position, they fight for talk with Paul Biya, they fight now for some form of a position for themselves and not for the interest of the Ambazonian people. And so Dr. Cho Wan teach Cameroon waiting in mean for an organization for stand up for fight for people. The only true nationalist with the Ambazonian people don't get them since 1961. Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, now the only pure nationalist. A character, a behavior, a action, a language, a articulations, a policies, a utterances, a strategies, they be all pointed to dismantle the occupation. So when I will see a level of escalation, and so number one, release of prisoners. Number two, the attack against colonial administrators and CPDM elites. Now they see the CPDM elites, they will pick them, they put them for streets, they will pick them, they put them for courts. They don't just pick you and they just finish you anyhow. They go take you, they put you through a trial, a military and a civilian tribunal. They judge you for your party, their actions, their genocide, all within the CPDM party and the Paul Biya government. They don't do it for the Ambazonian people. Any member of the CPDM party where they pick you up, it will go through a military civilian tribunal. They will judge it through the Ambazonia Court of Justice. And then, if they find you guilty, you pay the price. So when I go see what you never seen before, waiting France, the United States, Canada, they don't do it for traitors. The AgovC, it go treat traitors according to international traditions. And when I go see a new level of war, resistance, and offensive against Cameroon. But also the Ambazonian people, they go see a new level of action because now the ADF, they get a budget for fight the war. So now, over the last 2 months, when I don't see the kind of actions with the ADF forces, they carry them out. They dismantle border posts, they attack Cameroon, and with this new budget, with the organization, they don't put them for ADF, it means now, say, the general now, they get the ability for buy more materials, for arm the forces, for get more bullets. So the level of offensive operations and attack against occupation institutions, against the military and this bombs them. It could be too much. Like which one I don't see for Christmas Day. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, they put 5 bombs in where they blow military targets. 4 inside Bamenda, 1 from inside Momo. Against Cameroon occupation military. So the war will reach a different level. Cameroon got a choice. Go back to the negotiating table and save Cameroon, or Cameroon will pay the price. The choice be up to Cameroon. Dr. Cho is ready. The AgovC is ready. The Ambazonian people, they be ready. So 2024 will be a whole different year. A complete ball game in terms of this war. So you as an Ambazonian, get yourself ready. Say the Ambazonia Governing Council, as you don't promise them, every time the Cameroon go, oh, I forget for talk about this one. It's just there for in front of my notes. Oh, how this one skipped my mind. Now one of the point 4 of my notes. The AgovC, he also warned Cameroon. He said if Cameroon kill 1, 2, 3 Ambazonians, Cameroon to go pay price. 1, 2, 3 Camerooners, they will also be taken down. The AgovC don't talk say if Cameroon he born an Ambazonian house, he born Ambazonian villages, an Ambazonian village, there will be a consequence on Cameroon. Cameroon will pay a price. So when I will see a whole different way for defend our people then. Never again for the Ambazonian people, their lives, their history, will Cameroon or their colonial elites, they take our people their lives, they play with them. The Ambazonia Governing Council, the only nationalist liberation movement for our people. It could bring an end to Cameroon occupation. For you as an Ambazonian, I want to thank you. I love you. You know, all we do the doing, not for you. All we do the doing, not for defend the dignity of our mommy them, of our papa them, for make sure say never again our people to be subjected to such level of dehumanization. Say never again our mommy will suffer this kind of suffer. Our party will suffer this kind of suffer. We must put an end to the shame we don't put our people through, to the torture, the pain, and the misery we don't put our people through. All these things will be possible, but because of you, the Ambazonian mommy, the Ambazonian papa, the Ambazonian picking. And because you don't embrace your identity as an Ambazonian. You embrace your nationalism. You embrace your consciousness as an Ambazonian. Now you get a future. Now you don't define the future. Now you don't create that future. This liberation struggle on your own. We not defend them with everything we want to get them. Not the only thing we want to get them. Our lives. Our lives. Our land. Our people them. No other people if we defend we. Now only we should defend ourselves. Alright? Cameroon is a very useless country. We don't show them who will be. We understand. We get for Anna. For the whole want her. We must get everything we want her. One time on a plenty. For the trust. Oh, I don't get them for this leadership for the Ambazonia Governing Council. One time on a plenty for the faith and for the belief. For this movement. For this leadership. May God bless you. As a people, we will fight a one fight, one people, one nation, one destiny. And I promise that for Dr. Cholo Kasayama. Now get a good night. Oh, before I go, guess what? The leader will address the Ambazonian people for New Year Day. And I want to remind all now, do your enjoyment today, when Saturday. Enjoy yourself today, Saturday. Then you do the New Year celebration on Sunday with a New Year's Eve. Monday, when a January 1st, it will be the first ghost town for 2024. January 1st, when a Monday, it will be a ghost town. Enjoy yourself on Saturday. Party as much as you want them on Sunday. Monday, it will be a total lockdown. Total lockdown. And the first lockdown, and we must start them strong. All right? Now take care. Happy New Year for everybody. Enjoy safely. Enjoy responsible. While you enjoy, please, no say your country they at war. Enjoy and make sure say you get home safe. The enemy they out. The colonial vampires they out. I want back all now, please. No enjoy forget say the country they at war. No enjoy lose your life. I want to make you see 2024. Please take what I tell you seriously. No, and not drink too much and forget say you go enter a new year. You already persevere, enjoy responsibly, and be reasonable in your enjoyment. Enjoy knowing say your country they at war, you feel lost your life on New Year's Eve. Not make yourself a target and not make yourself be a victim of your enjoyment. Enjoy responsibly, enjoy with caution, enjoy reasonably. My prayer for all we, my number one prayer, I say, I want to make UC 2024. The same prayer I get on myself. I do always enjoy reasonably and responsibly. All right? If I drink, I need to drive. I make sure say I reach house on time. All right? Take measures for place where you do. Be aware for your environment. Your life be much more important than any amount of partying. I love you now. Happy New Year. I wish you all the best. God's greatest blessings may they be upon you and your family. May the grace be upon you as well. Happy New Year 2024.